Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about the Inventor interface. So you're going to open up Autodesk Inventor. If you haven't opened it before, you'll do it in a similar way that you did AutoCAD for the first time. Either you'll pull it out of here, like here's mine right there, or you'll come down here and you'll type Autodesk and you'll find it that way. Hopefully there's an icon on your desktop. There should be. But if not, like I said, if you go to Autodesk, you can see and search your way to Inventor. You can also just search Inventor and it should come up from that same dialog box. When you open Inventor, it's going to open up to your home screen here. Different things can be done from here. You can open a part drawing or it's called an IDW. We'll explain more about what these things mean later, or a presentation or an assembly. At some point you'll be able to create shortcuts. I've never done that. Maybe it's something we'll do now with this is kind of an update to Inventor. It's sort of my first time seeing all this. So some of it we'll do, some of it we won't. Also down here you'll see recent documents that you've used in the past. This is one of essentially two ways you can do it. If I just click on part, it'll open up. But I can also go to new, and if I do, well, actually going back to this, if I scroll this down, you see a little arrow pops up here. And what that allows me to do is it shows all of my templates that I could choose. So, like for example, if I'm going to use inches, right, I might want to choose an English template. So if I click the arrow there next to it, there's all sorts of different ones I can grab. Whether or not you would actually use that or not, it's really up to you. But here's an ANSI.DWG. That's one you might use. There's metric. 9 times out of 10, we're going to use standard.DWG. Also, some stuff you can change. If I come up here, you can change your units of measurement from inches to millimeters. And we use the ANSI drawing standard, but you could choose a different type from here. So, we'll go back to, let's get off of new. Another place you do is if you just click on new, this comes up. Would be another way that you could grab it. If I click on English, you see all of these templates come up. If I type in metric, all of these come up, and there's even templates that might come up with the mold design, although it looks like there's not. There's just the one. But so I could grab some of all those templates from here also. The other thing we're going to do as we're kind of looking through our templates here, if I go to help, I checked this out earlier today. I've never really used it before, but there are a lot of really helpful help features in here. So if you have something which you're trying to figure out quick on, like so for example, like view navigation. If I click on that, there's a video that'll play that kind of shows
This video
you
introduces you to the following examples to access the view commands.
View tools. So you may
The
find
View
that
tab in the
helpful
ribbon
sometimes.
provides
So that's
access
there.
to all view commands,
So going back
including
to the home
shadows
button.
and
The other thing we want to do is if we go to the Tools tab, we can go to Tools and we can go to Application Options. And there's some things that you might want to change. There's some things that you'll have to change at some point, not necessarily right away. But if I go to Colors, I can change the color in my background. So if I change it to Presentation, it's white, and High Contrast is black, and so on and so forth. And I'm going to change it to one color, so it just chooses one. But I can also choose Gradient, which will allow, if you notice it's darker on the top and less dark on the bottom, it kind of like has a gradient to it so that it changes from dark to light. But I'm going to go back to one color. It really doesn't matter which one you decide to start in. I don't know, I think it's usually in winter night, so we'll stay with that. Another one you might want to do is if you go to Sketch, turn your grid lines on. It's another way that something might be helpful for you. You can snap to those things. It also is a good point of reference as you're starting to draw things. All sorts of different things you can change in here. Oh, one of the ones that I like to make sure that gets set up is, I think it's not in General, Save File, Colors, Display. Give me one sec, we'll find it here. It's right here under Drawing. You want to make sure Edit Dimension when created is checked. It's something that will really help you. At some point, I'll talk about what it's for, but you want to make it so that when the dimension goes off, it automatically asks you what dimension you want it to be. There's a big difference between Inventor and AutoCAD and how dimensions and lines are set up, and I'll explain that more when we get into drawings itself. Okay, so whatever changes you make sure you hit apply afterwards so they stick. And then when we come back in the next video, we'll talk about setting up your drawing and actually starting to make a drawing. So if you have any questions, come on up and ask, but otherwise, good luck.